My name's Andrina.
I'm Annalie Anderson.
My name is Anna Hubbard.
My name's Carly.
I'm Josh.
My name is Tori Bell.
My name is Ben Matthew.
My name is Kyle Lindsay.
My name is Haley Hubbard.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Trey.
My name's Aaron Hinkle.
Hello, my name is Kyle Milliman.
My name is Kelsey Eichler.
I never was really interested in the whole party scene, the drugs, and the alcohol.
When I was growing up, my parents were divorced.
I grew up in a great family, mom, dad, 2 older brothers. I was living the American dream. Everything was fine. Growing up as a pastor's child, life was really hard. I felt like I was living in a bubble and I had to please everyone and I had to be perfect, and so there wasn't really room for mistakes. The mistakes of both my older brother and sister affected me on my decisions.
When I was in 6th grade, I had to move to a new school, and I didn't have any friends.
I didn't really have a rough lifestyle. I had very decent parents. There was just a lot of lack in my life as a young child.
My dad always had a drinking problem and gambling problem that tore my family apart.
My dad and my mom sat me down one morning and told me that they were getting separated. My parents got divorced when I was really little. I never really had a father figure. It was always just my mom.
He got cancer. I was so scared, and I didn't rely on anybody, and I thought that there was no hope. It was hard not to have a dad because you didn't know how to do things, didn't know how to treat people.
My mom always tried to replace that father figure with boyfriends, and they'd be drunk and they would beat me. People would ask what's wrong with you, are you okay and stuff, is everything going on good at home? I couldn't tell anyone. I couldn't even talk to my mom, because if I talked to my mom, she'd be like, no, that didn't happen.
When I was 4, my dad got addicted to crystal meth. He was sent to prison. It was really hard for me and my sister to see him not be there around for father-daughter dances or plays and choir concerts. I experimented with drugs and alcohol, and it was very hard just growing up with no father figure around to be comforting, and all my friends had dads and father figures, and basically I just felt like the oddball, I was out of the picture.
I slowly got into drugs. I slowly started cutting and eventually had thoughts of suicide. I was really just lost.
I remember when I was 13 years old, I was so addicted to drugs that I actually committed armed robbery. I was at a CVS and I was stealing all this cough medicine, and a security guard came up to me and I ended up pulling a knife out on him. They called the police on me and I ran out. Jumped on my skateboard, got back to my house.
Within a month, I was already back into my same behaviors, and I was just falling much deeper and much harder.
A year ago, my parents separated. I went into therapy. I dealt with depression almost my whole 8th grade year and my 8th grade summer. It caused a lot of suicidal thoughts, eating disorders, cutting. I remember sometimes I would just sit in my room and I would take a sharp object and I would just look at it. It really just messed up my thinking and my focus on what I really needed to be doing in life.
I would always hear, Tori, you're just not skinny enough. Tori, you're just not good enough. Everything was always kept inside. Always hear my friends go, oh yeah, I'm going to the daddy-daughter dance this weekend. I could never actually say that because I would never be able to go to a daddy-daughter dance. So that was really hard. I started actually getting into sports, and I played basketball, I played volleyball. The competition got harder and harder, and the pressure kept on coming on to me. I started looking around and noticing that these girls are in shape. I wanted to be the best. I wanted to be that girl. I started thinking about ways, comparing myself to them subconsciously and thinking, what do they have that I don't have? I started thinking about ways how I could change myself to be a better volleyball player. One night, I remember going upstairs and I got a toothbrush. I stuck it down my throat. I thought that I found the answer. 3 times a week turned into every day turned into twice a day. I was so good at hiding it. I felt like I should tell my best friend what I'd been doing. Everything just kept on coming at me harder and harder. And naturally, I turned to what I knew how to do best. My older brother was going off to college. My best friend started cutting herself. I didn't know what to do. Turned to the only thing that I knew that I had control over. This time it was getting out of control. Everything just came crashing down on me, and I knew that I had to change. I knew that this was not the way that I should be living my life.
And I just remember praying to God saying, I can't do this. I don't know who I am anymore. By the grace of God and the help of my family, I was able to stop by myself and get on a clean, healthy lifestyle.
I got clean and I stopped doing all these bad things and my thoughts started getting better.
Start going to church more.
Stay away from those bad temptations.
I became more attached to God instead of the substances that I was on.
Escape average, break from the normal, use your influence for good. You know, I was at cheerleader and I knew everyone in school, basically everyone knew me, and just because you have that doesn't mean that you have to go and you have to party and you have to do all that.
I was so grateful to have so many awesome friends around me that I just surrounded myself with, and a little bit older than me that were also sober. They had gone through the 12 steps and were strong.
I built up a lot of anger inside. I didn't really know how to express it. Going and sitting down and just letting it all out. I would feel so refreshed afterwards.
Don't think that things will get worse, that things will get better. You'll find people that can help you get through it.
Just knowing that someone was there for you, someone who would pick you up when you fell, was great.
And that's what the power of one, that's what the power of many individual ones have, because everyone has a different story.
Choose to use your influence for the better and not for the worse, and don't conform. Be a true leader. Just step out of the situation, whatever you're in, and think about what's going to be better for the long run. If you're struggling with someone, always go to someone. Always go to a leader. Go to a principal, go to a teacher. They are always someone that's going to be looking out for your best interest.
Now my dad is doing really good. We see him every weekend. I think that one of the most important things is having someone to back you up. Just being there for you if you want to talk about something. And
no matter how much you feel like there's not an answer, find someone and talk to them, and just don't forget there's always hope.